It's Nolan. Now, before we get started, make sure y'all hitting that like button. Make sure y'all sharing it on your respective platforms. Let somebody know what we're doing today. Now, let's get into the show. There's a reason rappers can turn any story into a hit track. Just like there's a reason Morgan & Morgan is America's largest injury law firm with over 1,000 attorneys and more than 100 offices nationwide. If you've been seriously injured in an accident, your case could be worth millions. But the truth is, a lot of people either don't file at all or get taken advantage of by insurance companies. When you hire Morgan & Morgan, it's like hiring a legal army that has your back. If you're injured because of someone else's negligence, you deserve to be paid. No shortcuts, no lowball offers. In fact, they've secured some major verdicts in the past. For example, in Florida, they got a victim who was in a life-altering car crash, $12 million. 34 times the highest insurance offer. They got another victim in Philadelphia, $26 million. 40 times the highest insurance offer. Not all law firms are created equal. Morgan & Morgan is the biggest for a reason. They will fight for the biggest award possible and have won a lot. So if you're ever injured, you can check out Morgan & Morgan. Their fee is free unless you win. That's right, no upfront costs. They only get paid if you get paid. You can start your claim now by clicking the link in the description or by scanning the QR code on screen from your phone's camera. Again, if you find yourself injured, you can check out Morgan & Morgan. Don't say I never told you nothing, man. What's going on, beautiful people? It's the kid J Nolan here. Welcome back to another episode of Inside the Industry, your number one source for music, entertainment, commentary, and breakdowns. Hope everybody's doing well out there this evening. In this video, we're going to be getting into Miss Jaguar Wright. Okay? A Jaguar never changes their spots. And this is no exception to the rule. We now have Jaguar Wright weighing in on Miss Nicki Minaj. Now, interestingly enough, there was a moment this year that it seemed like Jaguar Wright and Nicki Minaj were actually playing for the same team. If you can remember, earlier in the year, Jaguar Wright had received like an award from the MAGA folks. And they were coming out and congratulating her and aiding and abetting her bullshit stories at the behest of the MAGA folks who felt like she had information on Diddy and she was coming out speaking on Jay-Z and Rock Nation and all of this different type of shit. So they was getting behind her. We see kind of the same story coming around with Nicki Minaj, her magnifying her situation with MAGA. She's been going at Jay-Z and Rock Nation. We even saw Nicki Minaj come out and promote an actual interview of Damari Hadley doing a stream with Jaguar Wright talking about Desiree Perez, Rock Nation, all of that shit. That was in the middle of the year. Nicki was literally promoting Jaguar Wright and the BS. Here's a screenshot of that said promotion here from June 27, 2025, 7:02 p.m., by the way. I didn't get this from anywhere else. I literally took the screenshot of it because the tweet is still available. But now, Jaguar Wright has set her sights on Nicki and she's not being so friendly. Okay? So, she's doing an interview or some sort of stream and somebody super chats and throws Nicki Minaj into the conversation and basically was saying that they believe Nicki is being hesitant to speak on things that she knows, which I find to be very interesting that Nicki's being hesitant to speak on anything because she out here speaking on a whole barrage of other shit that ain't got nothing to do with her. But yeah, she's supposed to be some scared, fearful person. And they basically blamed it on DID, which I guess is dissociative identity disorder. Like on, the whole schizophrenia thing, multiple personality thing. And they kind of blame it on that or something of that matter. Jaguar Wright goes and says she doesn't believe that to be the case. And she says, I think Nicki Minaj is a bigger predator than all of them. Now remember, this is with the whole conversation of Diddy, Jay-Z, etc. You know what I mean? And she also goes into speaking on how Nicki married Kenneth Petty knowing that he was a predator. You know what I mean? So whatever connection there was between Nicki and Jag, or mutual respect or camaraderie, it seemed to have faded, which we should have known would happen because Jag wasn't speaking all that highly of Nicki to begin with before Nicki associated herself with her, which I didn't understand.
In Uptown Records, while Diddy was just an intern stalking Andre Harrell for a job.
That came out in that documentary too. That without his hits and without the money that he put back in, he built that. That's the, you know what I mean? It was his success that got Uptown where it was.
I know. And Diddy ruined it all. And then the next thing you know, Clive Davis moved Andre Harrell aside for the diddler. And here comes Bad Boy Records.
Here's an interesting question I've not seen before.
What?
So it's from Tilu. Nicki Minaj, I got the vibe she wants to expose things but has been silenced via MK Ultra, especially because of her alters or DID personalities. What do you know?
What I find funny is that people actually think she is DID. When you suffer from dissociative identity disorder, and let's be very clear about this, and I can say it for a fact because they tried to diagnose me with it when I was young, and I was cleared. When you have a dissociative mental mindset, your alters don't know each other. There's no way you can be aware of all of your alters unless you've been integrated. And then if you're integrated, then you're no longer DID, which means you can't have other personalities unless you're choosing to. Now, is Onika sick in my opinion? Absolutely. But she ain't got no DID. What she has is Diddy. See, that's what she suffered from. She suffered from Diddy, Diddy. That was her manager. That was her mentor. And he invented her to move little Kim out of the way so he didn't have to keep feeling guilty about.
See, this is where shit be getting fucked up. Okay? Diddy managed Nicki Minaj for what? Maybe a year? It was a short period of time. It wasn't a long period of time. It was probably less than that. Nicki Minaj is on record doing remixes of Lil' Kim and basically siphoning Lil' Kim from 2006 before she ever fucked with Diddy. Like, this is Fendi to come up shit. Like, straight off of Queens, you know, that whole era before they glow up, which she was still a beautiful woman. You know what I mean? I never take that away from her, but that has nothing to do with the personality or what we've seen. Well, that's before the glow up. That's before the booty. That's before the whole everything. Like, she was already on Lil' Kim, recreating the fucking hardcore poster, the whole nine, before Diddy was even involved. So let's not act like Nicki Minaj is the brainchild of fucking Diddy. Like, that's crazy as hell. And that's why Jaguar is such an unreliable source in all of her interviews, her recollections of situations, because see, she's let me take myself out of the corner so y'all can see who she's talking to. She talking to these clear people. No disrespect to them, but they don't know what the fuck going on here. What they know about Diddy and Nicki Minaj come up DVD What they know about the mixtape game? What the fuck they know about Fendi Busta Rhymes looking ass? Nothing. Atwood Unleashed. You know what I'm saying? So she could pull the wool over these niggas. They gonna act like, wow, Jag is so informed. She knows everything. She's been everywhere. Fuck no. But she could fool you motherfuckers, and you motherfuckers who is living in the 2025 days, don't know shit about shit, and y'all looking to motherfuckers on the tube to come give you the real. And a lot of motherfuckers be giving you the fake, but because you ain't heard the real, y'all be running with it. No, that's not how that shit went. Some might say, well, J Nolan, you're hanging on to an insignificant piece of it. No, it's a very significant piece of it. Because if you're going to say that Diddy created Nicki Minaj, then you're going to have to put him in so many other situations of Nicki's early career that he ain't had shit to do with. And that, my friends, is manipulation. And Jag knows. I don't think she is misremembering that shit. She's putting together the version of the story she wants to tell because it benefits her in this moment to put that connection together. I don't know what the fuck Nicki Minaj knows about Diddy. I'm sure it's more than the average person because there was a mutual line of respect. They collabed on some shit. They've probably seen each other in passing. I don't know how many Diddy parties she went to in her career, but the timeline is not accurate. It doesn't match up. And that is a fundamental issue, just like the fucking fake ass accusation of Jay-Z allegedly S.N. that little girl, and the timeline and all of this shit didn't line up. Nothing lined up, and Jaguar was out here co-signing that bullshit. And then that motherfucker got dismissed like class on Friday for the weekend. So hell no, that shit is very important. Fuck Doc.
About stealing Christopher Wallace's legacy. Now, if you want to know why Onika won't speak, it's probably because she's just as big a predator as the rest of them. I mean, who marries a level 3 SA offender? Who does that?
You got a message from Ada Santiago. Hi, Jag, it's me. Remember me? We talked.
Valid question at the end. You know what I'm saying? But I'm still stuck on that bullshit she tried to shovel in front of the people and call it snow. Okay? So then, this ain't the end of it, right? Because I'm seeing about a month ago, Jaguar had some very strong words for Nicki Minaj back then too. So again, whatever camaraderie they thought that they had playing on the same team, trying to take down Jay-Z, Rock Nation, we're siding with Demery Hadley, we're getting Desiree Perez out of here, these people are so problematic, everything they have going on, they're hurting people. Well, that shit crumbling, baby. So here's what Jag had to say just a couple weeks ago.
I'm tired of people playing coy. Like, I'm tired of people playing in people's faces. Everyone want to sit up there and act like Onika is the toughest mother on the internet. Well, then call somebody out. If you everything you say, rather than sit around while they're trying to get you ready for your conservatorship and have you listed as schizophrenic, why don't you start telling the truth all the way and stop playing? She's calling out the shit that feels safe, the shit that's not adjacent to her, the shit that's not attached to her, the shit that allows her to possibly push somebody out of the way so she gets to keep her money and keep her name away from a lot of the shit that she should have done. Like, I don't understand. If she really wanted to handle up on the Jigga Man, all she needed to do was talk to the prosecutors for the Diddy trial. That's all she needed to do. I'm sure she could have told them a few things about Meek Mills as well. Why didn't you? Because I've been quiet for a while. Just like I've been quiet about the fact that her and her husband are back going forth with Jennifer Huff negotiating, because now they're in discovery. I haven't been saying anything. I've been keeping all of this to myself, and I didn't want to, because the truth is, I promised Jennifer I wouldn't talk about her anymore, because I want her to win. I want her to win.
So how the hell you gonna be allies with both parties? Active allies at that. So you thought. How you gonna be an ally to Jennifer Huff? You want her to win, but you gonna be an ally with Nicki Minaj in the matter against Rock Nation and all these motherfuckers. You can't even choose up right. You can't trust a duplicitous motherfucker like that, because they only gonna side with you as it relates to their interests, clearly. Because why you so mad? What relationship you got with Nicki? Y'all been on the phone? Y'all been on a jack? Y'all got a deeper connection we don't know about? But you were hinging so much validity on your bullshit on Nicki being on the same team. Oh, Nicki's coming out. She's coming in. She's going at Jay-Z and them too. She going at all these niggas. She could be a part of this. She could be the one to crack it open. Ain't nothing getting cracked but cell phone screens in this motherfucker. Got to be more careful.
Because the very things that she is claiming that the Carters did to her, the very things that Onika is complaining about the Carters doing to her, are the same things that Jennifer Huff has been saying you and Kenneth did to her. So it's good enough for it to happen to her, but not you. Back, then she's just going to start telling the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help her God. I am sick and tired of it. If they're going to use you to try to replace me, to make it seem like you're more of a whistleblower than me because you were, newer in the line of succession of abuse, then that's fine. If because I came from the 90s and the early 2000s, and because you came from the 2010s and up, and because you got all the #1 records, and because you was with the Meek Mills, and because of all of that stuff, if you're more relevant than me, if you won't call these muckers out, then on the phone. I'm sick and tired of playing with y'all.
Whoa.
You're gonna take my place, then step the fuck up.
Hold on, Jamal. Don't shoot. God damn, mama. You trip. But I don't know what her obsession is with being replaced. That's another constant narrative with Jaguar Wright that is oh so prevalent. She loves coming out and putting the motherfucker tried to replace me story. Erykah Badu replaced me. Jill Scott replaced me. Chloe Bailey, they came and cloned her and replaced me. Y'all remember the Chloe Bailey shit? Let me pull that up, because I still ain't got over this shit. I still have a chuckle to myself every once in a while about this shit privately. So here's the comparison that they was making between the two. And I mean, I guess you could say there's some similarities there, you know what I mean? But come on, man. Chloe was born in 98? The year that Jaguar even started fucking with the Roots on the underground. Like, this is way ahead of the time before she was on Unplugged with Jay-Z and had the big break and all that good shit. Like, but this is what led to her coming out saying Chloe was a clone of her, and that they've been trying to find the right one for the DNA and all this shit, man. My goodness. Which, if you've ever seen Chloe and Halle's father, you'll see, talk about twinning. They stole that man's face. The fuck? But, yeah. What a bizarre twist before the end of the year. I know Jag is she was really banking on that Nicki confirmation, but clearly it's not going that way. So whatever they had, now gone. Yeah, I know I'm on neither side in this situation, but gotta call it out when I see it. But hey, be sure to let me know what y'all think of all this down below in the comments. Be sure to like and share this video. If this is your first time seeing me on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, become an insider. I'm going to catch y'all on the next one, man. Gee, damn, shit getting weird out here for the 2.5 going to the 2.6. The glory of living righteous is setting in. My street knowledge and education's a perfect blend. Young mogul, independent, I've been setting trends. The first one from my family to be faithfully wed. Fuck niggas and the horses that they riding on. I see this shit from all angles like a polygon. I'm never politicking, the drama be piling on. Father and great son acknowledged like I'm Bobby Bonds. Conversation with my lady about the paper route. 5 sit bank accounts, every day I make it count. They down talking my commentary for hating now. Well, I can take it cause I'm bodying your favorite now, please. I can do this shit in my sleep. I been writing for these niggas, y'all read it and weep. I been fighting these niggas if you speak on the street. I'll turn your birthday party into New Year's Eve. Don't let me take it there. We ain't playing fair. This the ATL, Southside nigga moving furniture like Wayfair. Life on hold, no insurance for your healthcare. Lifeline gone, so you wanna be a millionaire? Well, let me tell you about this world I built. The women I dodged, the niggas that I read for filth. The sympathy calls, consulting for the stakes I built. I had